today we had a request about pelvic health, pelvic stretches, and we're gonna just do some really basic, fundamental stretches for the hips. And I think what we're gonna work on is just relaxing, just softening, and creating a lot of presence. And this isn't something that we normally give ourselves. So this is a form of self-love. This is a form of self-care. Just bringing presence to the body. And the pelvis happens to be where a lot of our balance, a lot of our security, a lot of our passion and drive, there's so much in the pelvis, and it's just this amazing place. And we're just going to start with just this beautiful way of relaxing into the pelvis and loving the pelvis in a soft, tender way. You will need a block, a little fuzzy on it. You will need a block, or you can use books, or you can use a piece of fabric. So I like to fold it up, in this, interesting way. I've seen people wrap it around and stuff and use it that way. I've seen so many different folds, but really you just want a little bit of a lift, something of this size, just to bring your pelvis up off of the floor. So yeah, let's get started. We're just going to roll back nice and gently. Obviously, if you have a lot of issues rolling down, maybe start with just coming onto your side and rolling back. And we're going to place this under our pelvis. So there's this beautiful triangular plate that kind of sits at the base of your spine. You're going to slide that right onto that. Yeah. So we're just going to sit here and relax and just notice. Just notice what you feel and think about the sensations that you feel just from elevating your hips just slightly up off of the floor. So we're just going to breathe. And this can be hard for a lot of people, just finding the right breath. And for this breath, just think of it as more of an observation breath. You're becoming just the observer, just a witness to how your body is responding to the atmosphere. How is it in this environment? And without judging it or trying to control the breath or making it different, just be in it for a minute and just kind of notice how the flow of your breath is. So let's just sit here for a minute. Tuning into the smaller, notice where the air goes. Notice any movement in your body. Notice any thoughts, any sensations. It's incredibly difficult to breathe sometimes. It's also incredibly easy. And I think we make it hard. So try to make it very easy. Just let the thoughts in your mind just kind of go somewhere else. The judgments, the ego, just let them go somewhere else. And think about the sensations. So if sensations are psychological activity happening in the body, right? Just notice what the body is able to sense. And that's with all of your senses. Hearing, smelling, tasting, becoming very aware of what's flowing through the body. Maybe you can feel blood flow moving through the body. Maybe you feel energy. Maybe you feel your heart beating. Your job is to just become aware. So normally I'll stay here for a fair amount of time, just really allowing a lot of surrender to happen in my pelvis and noticing these different layers of tension that I might be holding and finding that I am holding and letting my body relax. And I find that I naturally hold a lot in my pelvis, and I think I'm not alone on this. So if you have, if you want to increase this, you can move closer to a wall and place your legs up on a wall, or you can just lift your legs up one at a time and let them go straight up into the air. So you're trying to just get your heels like right over your pelvis so that everything is just drawing down. You can feel like there might be some blood coming down your legs. There might be some energy maybe going up and down your legs, and just becoming aware of your ability to soften the bones in the socket, inside the thighs, inside your body, noticing your ability to communicate with your feet, with your legs, with your joints. So I'll give you an example. So if we're sensing what's happening in our body, I'll go first and tell you what I'm feeling in my body. I am feeling this fuzzy, warm feeling around my ankles, and this like fuzzy feeling on the top of my feet. The bottom of my feet feel cold and kind of tight. When I wiggle my toes, it allows me to feel this, I guess it feels like it's relaxing more when I wiggle. I don't understand that totally, but that's what I'm sensing. My knees, I think they want to relax a little bit. I can feel them tightening a little, but there's more warmth coming down the quads when I do that. I can feel my hips or my thigh bones in my hip sockets, and the more I focus there, the more it relaxes. So just doing your own inquiry and just noticing for yourself how you would describe what you're feeling in your body. Noticing the words you would use, the colors, the textures, and connect with the tissue. If this position is too much, obviously you want to go back into this bent position and not overdo your back. If this position feels better for you, that's fine, but I would suggest just using a wall. That's a lot easier. Nice. Okay. So I put the block back up underneath my hips, and now I'm relaxing my legs on the pillows. And you want there to be a fair amount of surrender. You don't want to be like having to hold your legs off of the pillows. So as much fluff as you need to get your knees up in a position that feels safe for your groin, because we're stretching this tissue that's like coming across the pubic bone, and your inner thighs. So what feels good for you is going to be unique. So just taking your time and just noticing what you're feeling as you relax into this position, coming back into the breath. I use my hands a lot, and I feel like that helps me to become more aware of where I want consciousness to go. So with the heat of your hands, we have healing hands. So placing the healing hands where you need your breath to go. Sometimes I'll even squeeze, because these guys get super tight. So any type of love you want to give to your inner thighs is great. It's so good. Or you can just hold your hands there and breathe. I'm going to encourage you to be curious and easeful and light on your body. When you're ready, we're going to remove the block. And now just let your legs open up and just go into a full surrender mode, full relaxation. I'll even take my arms out to the side. And we're going to do a special breathing, okay? So try it on your own and just allow the breath to kind of morph into whatever it wants to go into. A lot of people will notice that they'll have longer exhales or longer holds. So it's going to be a 4-second inhale, a 4-second pause, a 4-second exhale, a 4-second pause. And you're trying to fill the belly with air. I invite you and I challenge you to continue to stay in this state and notice your energetic body and notice your relaxation and explore different movements, different positions with your pelvis. with the same intention. Thank you so much. I hope you have a beautiful day. And thank you so much for visiting me here at the GoDeep Sanctuary. Enjoy.